God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "Stop now and listen to me with your heart. Don't let this moment pass without allowing my voice to reach your soul." I do not ask you for difficult sacrifices or long tests of faith. I ask only for 1 minute, a simple instant of silence where your mind becomes still and your spirit listens to me. In this brief encounter, I want to restore what the world tried to destroy, heal the wounds you hide, and reignite the light that weariness almost extinguished. Do you feel ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all we need is one small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that I have already prepared for you. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms your inner world and reflects in your outer one. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click the link pinned in the first comment. There, you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that will help you connect more deeply with my divine presence in your life. I do not come to charge you with anything, but to remind you that you are still loved, still chosen, and that there is still purpose in every breath you take. While you run trying to control everything, you forget that true power is not born from effort, but from surrender. I am the one who sustains time, who turns chaos into calm and fear into trust. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10, "Give me the weight that suffocates you, and I will give you rest. Give me the fear that paralyzes you, and I will give you courage." All I need is this moment, this silent yes, that changes destinies. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let me act. Because in just 1 minute with me, I can transform an entire life. Now is your moment. Stop, be still, and let me speak to your heart. I know how much you've been carrying. I know about the tears hidden in your pillow, the thoughts that scream when the night falls, and the silence becomes too heavy. I know the exhaustion you disguise with smiles and the fear you try to hide with strength. But today, I want you to know, there is no pain I do not see, no tear I disregard. Every sigh of yours has value before me. I do not want you to feel guilt for having been weak, for your weaknesses are the frame where my grace manifests with greater power. When the weight feels too heavy, remember that I am the one who created you, and I would never allow you to be lost under the burden of your pain. You do not need to prove anything to me. You only need to let me wrap you once again in my love. I understand your silence and I embrace your fears. No matter how much you think you've failed, I am still here, looking at you with tenderness. My love is not based on your performance, but on who you are to me. So rest. Release the weight of your own expectations and let me care for your wounds. You are not weak for feeling, you are human, and that is exactly where I find you, in the depth of your vulnerability. Comment, God understands me even when I cannot speak. I was with you in every fall, in every night when you thought you were alone. It was I who sustained you when everything seemed to fall apart. It was I who kept you safe when darkness tried to extinguish your light. Do not doubt it. Not for 1 second have I abandoned you. When you cried without strength, I held you. When you felt forgotten, I whispered hope to you. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23 verse 4, I have always been by your side, even when your faith wavered and your voice fell silent. Every step you took was watched with love, and every fall was an opportunity for me to lift you up with greater strength. You cannot imagine how many battles I fought for you in the unseen, how many times I closed doors that would have hurt you, and how many times I sent comfort when all seemed lost. I love you with an everlasting love, and nothing can separate you from that truth. So do not fear the darkness around you. It is only the backdrop against which my light shines brighter. Comment, even in pain, I know God is with me. For so long, you've tried to control everything, finances, plans, outcomes, and deep down, all you've harvested is frustration. But today I tell you, let go of control. Allow me to guide your boat through the storm. While you struggle to swim on your own, I am preparing winds that will carry you to the safe harbor. Do not fear if you don't understand every step, for the path of faith is drawn in the dark but illuminated by trust. When you learn to rest in my arms, you will realize that it is not your strength that makes you victorious, but my care that sustains you. What worries you, I am already solving in the unseen. What seems stuck is only being prepared. I know the right time, the right way, and the right destination. And even when the sea seems rough, remember, I am at the helm, and nothing escapes my control. Learn to release what weighs you down, and you will feel the lightness that comes from true surrender. Your role is to trust, mine is to accomplish. Comment, I surrender the control of my life to God. My child, listen to this promise, nothing can stop what I have prepared for you. The doors I closed were not punishment but protection. The delays you face are not rejection but alignment. When the perfect time comes, you will see the miracle bloom before your eyes. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, I did not create you to live in ruins, but to flourish even in the midst of the desert. The tears that now water the ground of your path will be the same ones that make the fruits of your victory grow. Every pain is being transformed into purpose, and every season of waiting into testimony. You will see how everything will make sense at the exact moment when my promise is fulfilled. Nothing and no one can stop what I have lovingly designed for you. So do not give up now. The seed is germinating in the dark, and soon it will bloom in light. Comment, God's plans are greater than mine. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. There is a strength within you that you don't even realize, because it comes from me. Every time you thought you wouldn't make it, you were held up by my hands. And every fall you considered the end was, in truth, the beginning of a new spiritual construction. I am rebuilding your soul, stone by stone, hope by hope. Every fragment that once broke is being restored by the touch of my love. Do not fear the process, for what seems like ruin is simply the ground where I build something greater. Let me heal the old wounds, those that still burn even after so much time. You don't need to hide your pain from me. I turn it into purpose. When your tears fall, I use them as water to nourish the promises I have planted along your path. Every pain will become a seed, every loss, fertile ground for a new blossoming. You are living proof that what is broken can become beautiful again when placed in my hands. Comment: God turns my pain into strength. My son, listen to me. Circumstances do not define your destiny, my love does. Even if the wind blows against you, even if doors close, even if the world tells you no, my yes is enough to open what seems impossible. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans chapter 8 verse 31. What today seems like loss will one day be remembered as deliverance. What today brings you tears will tomorrow bring you joy. For my provision never arrives early or late. It arrives exactly when your faith has matured enough to receive it. Believe, my son, the answer you have been waiting for is already on its way. I do not fail, and I will not abandon what I have promised. Comment: God is my strength when the world says I can't go on. It is no coincidence that you are reading these words right now. I myself led you here because I knew your heart needed to hear this. You asked for a sign, and here it is. I am with you. It is I who sustain you, who renew your spirit, who breathe new life into your dreams. Leave behind your doubts, for they are only shadows cast by a weary mind. The sun of my presence still shines upon you. Make room in your heart for me to act, and you will see the impossible happen. Everything that once seemed lost will return to your life, restored and multiplied. I am writing a new story for you, one filled with grace, favor, and renewal. Comment: the love of God brought me here, and He will continue with me. My beloved child, engrave this upon your heart. You are my chosen one, deeply loved and protected. No pain is permanent, no desert is eternal, and no tear is ever wasted. Those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. I am already moving the unseen pieces of your destiny. I am already opening paths your eyes cannot yet see. I am already preparing meetings, answers, opportunities, and miracles that will reveal my faithfulness before everyone. Remain steadfast, for what is coming will surpass every tear you have shed. The dawn of your new season is near, and it will be radiant with my light. Comment: I believe the best of God is yet to come. And now, my son, I want you to close your eyes and give me your minute, that single moment when everything grows still. Feel my presence embracing your soul, healing your memories, erasing your fears, and rekindling your faith. I am here. In your breath, in your silence, in your hope. This 1 minute with me can change everything, because when your heart opens, heaven moves. I do not need crowds or grand gestures, I need only a willing heart. And yours, today, is returning home. From this moment on, nothing will be the same. The peace I give you will be your shield. The love I pour over you will be your strength. And the promise I make to you is eternal. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Comment: my heart belongs to God, and in Him I find eternal rest. My beloved child, listen closely to the whisper within your heart, for I am speaking to you in the silence between your thoughts. You do not need to strive to earn my love, for it already surrounds you, even in the moments when you feel most lost or unworthy. I see every tear you've hidden, every prayer you've whispered in the dark when you thought no one was listening. I have walked beside you in every valley and waited patiently in every storm. Nothing about your situation frightens me. I am not surprised by the chaos you face, nor am I intimidated by the walls that seem too high to climb. Where you see impossibility, I see a stage for miracles. Where you see ruins, I see the foundation of something new and beautiful. I am the God who opens doors where only walls exist, the God who breathes life into the desert, the God who brings rivers to places long abandoned by hope. You may not see it now, but everything that feels like loss is being transformed into preparation. Every unanswered question is weaving together the story of redemption I am writing through you. Your financial struggles do not exceed my reach, and your emotional battles are not too heavy for my hands. I have lifted those who were drowning in darkness and placed them upon mountains of grace. I have restored families that seemed irreparably broken, healed hearts shattered beyond human repair, and turned hopeless situations into testimonies of divine power. I have seen souls rise from ashes and walk in authority because they dared to believe in my timing instead of their fear. The difference between those who see my wonders and those who remain trapped in despair is not perfection, intelligence, or status, it is willingness. The willingness to give me even a single, genuine moment of surrender. A moment when you stop trying to control everything and simply trust that I am still in command. I do not require flawless prayers or complex rituals. I only ask for your heart, open, honest, and unguarded. I can do more with 1 minute of sincere faith than the world can do with a lifetime of effort. You do not have to understand everything before you move forward. You do not need to have all the answers before you take the next step. I am not waiting for your perfection, I am waiting for your trust. Even faith the size of a mustard seed is enough to move mountains, because it carries the power of surrender. I know how hard it can be to believe when everything around you feels uncertain, but that is where real faith begins. It begins in the silence of surrender, when you whisper, I can't, but you can. I am not distant or indifferent, I am as close as your next breath. Every moment you choose to trust me instead of your fear, heaven begins to shift on your behalf. The unseen starts to align, doors begin to open, and miracles start to take shape in the background of your life. I am the God who turns delays into divine appointments, detours into directions, and waiting seasons into sacred classrooms. I am not punishing you, I am positioning you for something far greater than you can imagine. Do not compare your journey to others. Many spend endless hours in rituals, believing that my love must be earned, while others count their sins as reasons I could not possibly draw near. But I tell you this, the price has already been paid in full. My Son's blood was not shed in vain. Every drop carried redemption, every wound opened a door of mercy, every cry tore down the distance between us. When Jesus hung on that cross, he was not thinking of humanity in general, he was thinking of you. He saw your pain, your struggles, your failures, and still chose love. He carried the weight of your past so that you could walk freely into a future of grace. That sacrifice was not abstract, it was deeply personal. It was a love letter written in blood that said, "You are worth everything." I do not hold your past against you. The chains you still feel are illusions of guilt, I already broke them. The distance you sense is not mine. It's built by shame that I never asked you to carry. Come closer. There is no fear in my presence, only mercy waiting to embrace you. Let me speak into your present now. The children you worry about, I have covered them with my protective hand. Even when you are not there, I am. My angels surround them in moments you cannot see. The dreams that seem to be collapsing will rise again in ways that defy logic. What feels like an ending is only the beginning of something entirely new. The loneliness that weighs upon your heart will soon give way to my tangible presence. I will fill your emptiness with my peace until you realize you were never truly alone. When you think you've been forgotten, remember, I am still writing your story, and no one else holds the pen. The time you thought you lost is not wasted, I redeem time. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers will return, multiplied, when the moment is right. My promises are not delayed, they are maturing. Just as fruit ripens slowly under sunlight, so too are my blessings ripening for you in the unseen. Now, my child, pause with me in this sacred moment. The world is loud, and its noise tries to drown out my voice, but this stillness, is where transformation begins. If these words have touched your heart, it's because my spirit is moving through them. Don't let this encounter fade into forgetfulness. Make room in your life to return to this place of stillness often, where you can listen and remember who you are in me. You are not defined by what you produce, what you earn, or what you achieve. You are defined by my love, unchanging, unconditional, unbreakable. Every morning when you wake, I am there whispering purpose into your soul. Every night when you rest, I am guarding your dreams. My hands never tire of holding you. You are my masterpiece, my creation, my child. There will be moments when the world feels too heavy and the light seems far, but even then, know this, I am still the same God who restores families, lifts the broken, and turns ashes into beauty. I am the God who takes 1 minute of your surrender and transforms it into a lifetime of miracles. Surrender that minute to me now, and watch how heaven begins to move in your favor. My beloved child, listen closely to the whisper of my heart. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew your name and shaped your being with purpose. I breathed my own breath into your lungs and placed my image deep within you. You were not an accident of time or chance, you were a divine intention. Your worth does not depend on your achievements, your possessions, or the approval of others. It rests entirely on the truth that you are mine. Every heartbeat you feel is a reminder that my spirit dwells within you. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you look in the mirror and see failure or inadequacy, I see my creation, radiant, strong, and infinitely loved. You were designed not for despair but for destiny, not for shame but for restoration. When the enemy whispers that you are worthless, remember that my voice still declares, you are chosen, you are redeemed, and you are precious to me. You have carried the weight of opinions that were never meant to define you. For too long, you allowed rejection and comparison to speak louder than my promises. I have seen how words from the past have wounded your heart, the criticism, the abandonment, the betrayal. But today, I come to tear down every false label that has been attached to your soul. You are not what others said you were. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the failures that haunt you. You are my masterpiece, and I am restoring what life tried to break. You are not just an employee struggling to survive. You are a steward of divine provision, chosen to bring light wherever you go. You are not a broken heart defined by divorce or loss. You are a healed soul learning to love again with the purity that flows from me. You are not an addict imprisoned by shame. You are a warrior being rebuilt in freedom, whose testimony will inspire others to believe that new beginnings are possible. Every label the world gave you is being replaced right now with the truth of who you are, my beloved, my reflection, my child of purpose. Feel my presence in this very moment, even if your physical eyes cannot see me. I am closer than the air you breathe. I am beside you in your quiet thoughts and within every beat of your heart. I know the pain you try to hide, the doubts you silence when no one is watching, and the tears that fall in the dark. Yet I am not far, I am the hand that wipes those tears. I am the strength that keeps you standing when you think you can no longer go on. I am more committed to your well-being than any human could ever be. No earthly father, however loving, could match the depth of my devotion to you. No friend, however loyal, could understand your soul as I do. No counselor, however wise, could guide your steps with the precision of my spirit. That is why I invite you to seek me before you act, to speak with me before you decide, to lean on me before you collapse. Prayer is not your last resort, it is your greatest weapon, your first line of connection with my heart. Each time you speak to me, I am listening, shaping, aligning, and preparing what you need long before you realize it. I know you live in a world that craves instant results, where people expect miracles to happen as quickly as they can click a button. But my ways are higher than your ways, and my timing is perfect. Transformation requires process, and process requires patience. The greatest blessings are often wrapped in seasons of waiting, and the deepest victories are born from battles that seemed endless. Do not confuse my silence with my absence. Just because you do not see change immediately does not mean I am not working. While you rest, I am arranging circumstances in your favor. While you work, I am moving hearts and opening doors you cannot yet see. While you pray, I am releasing answers from heaven that will manifest in due time. Every delay you face has divine purpose. Every pause is preparation. Every unanswered prayer is an invitation to trust me more deeply. When you feel like giving up, remember that I am still weaving your story with threads of grace. Nothing is wasted, not your pain, not your tears, not your waiting. Do not believe the lie that it is too late for you. The enemy wants you to think that your opportunity has passed, that your dreams are beyond reach, that your mistakes have disqualified you. But I am the God who redeems time. With me, no season is lost. I called Abraham when the world thought his life was almost over. I called Moses when his strength was fading, and he felt forgotten. I raised David after years of solitude and rejection. I turned Peter's denial into a platform for his purpose. And I will do the same for you. Your current situation is not the end of your story, it is the soil where new beginnings are being planted. Age cannot limit my promises. Finances cannot stop my provision. Failure cannot cancel my calling. As long as you have breath, there is still hope, and as long as you walk with me, your best chapters are still ahead. You have not missed your moment, you are standing in it. I am preparing something so beautiful, so unexpected, that when it comes to pass, you will look back and see how every delay was divine protection, every closed door was redirection, and every tear was an investment in your destiny. Before this sacred moment between you and me ends, let these truths take root in your heart. You are loved beyond measure, forgiven beyond understanding, and destined beyond imagination. You are not behind, you are exactly where you need to be for the miracle I am about to unfold. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty, pain into purpose, and waiting into wisdom. Keep your eyes on me, not on the chaos around you. Keep your faith steady, not in what you see, but in what I have spoken. Even when life feels uncertain, my promises remain unshakable. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. So lift your head, breathe deeply, and know that you are seen, known, and held. Your future is safe in my hands. Walk forward with courage, because I go before you, I walk beside you, and I guard behind you. You are never alone, not for a single moment. And one day soon, you will understand that every struggle was leading you to this, the place where faith meets fulfillment, where my love writes the final word. You are mine, and nothing will ever change that. My precious child, I want you to understand something sacred and powerful about prayer. Asking me for help is not a sign of weakness, it is a profound act of wisdom. To open your heart and express your needs to me does not reveal a lack of faith, but rather a heart that recognizes where true strength comes from. When you bring me your requests, when you speak to me of your deepest desires and most hidden fears, you are honoring the intimate relationship I long to have with you. I never wanted a cold religion built on memorized words and hollow rituals. I do not seek formalities without feeling or duty without devotion. I want sincerity, not perfection. I want to be your first thought when morning light touches your eyes, your constant companion throughout the day, and your final whisper at night before you rest. I want to be the one with whom you share everything, your triumphs, your tears, your laughter, and your loneliness. When you turn to me in prayer, you are stepping into the kind of closeness that humanity was created for, a bond between Creator and creation, Father and child, heart and heart. Every word you pray, every sigh of your soul, every tear that falls from your eyes, I see it, I hear it, and I treasure it. Nothing you say vanishes into emptiness. No prayer you have ever spoken has been ignored. Each request you've made has been recorded in heaven, carried on the wind of my spirit and preserved in the chambers of my eternal love. Sometimes, I answer with immediate joy, because the time has come and your heart is ready to receive. Sometimes, I say, wait, not to frustrate you but to protect you, to shape your character so that what I give you will build you, not break you. And sometimes, I say, I have something better, because I see from eternity what you can only glimpse from earth. My perspective is not bound by time, and my answers are always perfect even when they differ from your expectations. But hear me clearly, my beloved, my answer is never indifference. I have never looked at your pain and turned away. I have never seen your tears and forgotten them. I have never ignored your prayers out of neglect. My heart toward you is attentive, consistent, and filled with compassion beyond measure. Now I invite you to enter a deeper chapter in your life of prayer, one that moves beyond your own needs and begins to embrace the needs of others. There is extraordinary power when you intercede for someone else with a selfless heart. When you pray for others without expecting anything in return, you align yourself with my divine nature, for I too am constantly interceding for humanity. Blessings multiply when you become a vessel of my promises. Growth accelerates when you learn to love beyond your personal circle. The measure of spiritual maturity is not only in how much you receive from me, but in how willing you are to pour out what you have received. Your faith grows deeper when it becomes a river instead of a reservoir. Every time you pray for a friend, a stranger, or even someone who has hurt you, heaven takes notice. Each act of intercession expands the territory of your spirit. I am shaping you into a reflection of my own heart, a heart that carries the burdens of others with compassion and hope. Do not underestimate the impact of your prayers. They move mountains you cannot see, they lift souls you will never meet, and they invite miracles into places that seemed forgotten. There are blessings I am preparing that you have not even thought to ask for yet. I know the needs that will appear in your future, and I am already creating the solutions. I have stored up provisions for seasons you have not yet entered. I have orchestrated divine appointments, open doors, and timely interventions that will meet you exactly where you will need them. I am never surprised by what comes your way, I am already there ahead of you. I am the God who walks before you and lights your path even when the road seems dark. My foresight does not take away your freedom, it ensures that you will never face a storm for which I have not prepared a shelter. Every moment of uncertainty you will encounter has already been infused with my grace. You may not see the details yet, but you can trust that nothing will ever take me by surprise. Even the challenges that catch you off guard are still under my control. When the time comes, the right door will open, the right person will appear, the right word will reach your heart, and you will realize that I have been guiding your steps all along. This very moment we share can be the turning point in your story. Major transformations often begin with small decisions, simple acts of faith that seem insignificant but carry eternal weight. Staying here, reading these words, opening your heart to my presence, allowing my voice to speak where fear once ruled, this is not a small thing. This is a divine seed that can bloom into a forest of blessings. From this decision, waves of renewal will begin to flow through every part of your life. You may not feel it yet, but something in the spiritual realm has shifted. Hope has been reignited. Strength has been restored. Faith has found its breath again. The moment you choose to truly listen, to pause the noise and give me your full attention, you activate heaven's movement in your favor. And I promise you this, what begins today as a quiet moment of connection will become a powerful testimony of transformation. You will look back one day and see that this encounter marked the beginning of a new chapter, one written not by fear or failure, but by grace and victory. Before you leave the sacred space and return to your daily routine, I ask one final thing from the depths of my Father's heart. Do not let this moment fade away into memory. Let it become a rhythm of your life, a habit of returning to me, of listening, of staying rooted in my presence. Seek places where your spirit can be refreshed, where truth can be spoken into your soul again and again. Surround yourself with words that remind you of who you are in me. Let your heart find refuge in spaces where my peace can dwell. My words to you are not for entertainment, they are nourishment for your faith. They are meant to strengthen you, not distract you. Carry them with you, speak them over your life, and share them with others. Let your testimony become a spark that ignites faith in those who have lost hope. And when you tell me, in your own words, what touched your heart, when you share your gratitude, your struggle, your newfound peace, you are continuing this sacred conversation. Because prayer was never meant to end, it is a living connection between us. So walk forward, my beloved, with peace in your heart and faith in your steps. I am with you always, listening, guiding, providing, and I will never stop working for your good. My child, you asked for a sign, and this is it. It is not by chance that you are reading these words right now. It is not coincidence that your heart feels stirred. I guided you here because I want you to know that I am still speaking, still working, still holding your life in my hands. The questions you've been asking in silence, I have heard them all. The prayers you whispered when you felt forgotten, I received every one. You thought the heavens were closed, but they were never silent. I was simply preparing the perfect moment to answer you. And that moment has arrived. I am turning things around in your favor. I am aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right timing. What once seemed impossible will become testimony. You will see that nothing was wasted, not one tear, not one waiting season, not one broken piece of your journey. I have been weaving them together into something beautiful, something eternal. So give me that minute, that sacred pause where your soul can rest in me. Let your heart be still and your mind quiet. In that stillness, you will feel my peace descend upon you like a soft rain after a long drought. You will feel my love covering you, filling every empty space, healing every wound that life has left behind. And as you breathe in my presence, you will remember that you were never alone, not then, not now, not ever. You belong to me. You are surrounded by a great family of faith, a multitude of hearts praying for one another across the world. You are part of a story much greater than your pain, a story of redemption, purpose, and victory. I bless you now, my beloved child. I speak abundance where there was lack, light where there was darkness, and courage where there was fear. Your days of scarcity are ending. Your season of overflow is beginning. Walk forward in faith, your Father is with you, and your miracle has already begun. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.